Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? Today we are doing our own personal Shark Week here, and unfortunately there's too much going on, so we're only doing one movie review this week, but we are revisiting Deep Blue Sea, and we're going to try and give it a redemption review, so stay tuned for my next video. But for today, we are talking 5 incredible shark films that are not Jaws. So hold on to your butts. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links down below if you would like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. There will be a Letterboxd list linked down below as well. That is all shark related horror films. We're starting that now. So let's start the list with one of the better bad shark films, with Cruel Jaws from 1995. A huge shark terrorizes a beach in Florida, and the locals try everything to kill it. This movie takes footage from Jaws 1, 2, and 3, Deep Blood from 1989, and The Last Shark from 1981. It was marketed as Jaws 5 Cruel Jaws, even though the film had no connection with Jaws whatsoever or any of its sequels. And the cast was made up of non-union locals from Florida, and that seems like a very 70s thing to do. But next up, let's talk about The Reef, Stalked from 2022, one of the better shark films in recent years. After her sister's murder, a woman and her friends embark on a kayaking trip to heal, only to be hunted by a relentless great white shark in the open ocean. And this is not a direct sequel or continuation of The Reef, but it's a standalone follow-up, both of the films coincidentally by the same director, and he specializes in realistic survival horror set in the water. This was shot in Queensland, Australia, with a strong female cast, and it's a shark film that explores themes of trauma, sisterhood, and survival. We love that. Okay, let's move into the very recent Dangerous Animals from 2025. A savvy and free-spirited surfer is abducted by a shark-obsessed serial killer. Held captive on his boat, she must figure out how to escape before he carries out a ritualistic feeding to the sharks below. This comes from director Sean Byrne, who directed The Loved Ones, The Devil's Candy, so you know this is going to be a brutal film, and it was. And Sean Byrne wanted the violence to feel intimate and savage, blending human evil with animal instinct, and I think he did a great job at doing so. Almost done here. At number 2, Shark Night from 2011, the super underrated Shark Night. A weekend at a lake house in the Louisiana Gulf turns into a nightmare for 7 vacationers as they are subjected to freshwater shark attacks. Don't let this one fool you. It came out around the time as Piranha 3D, so this film is marketed as Shark Night 3D. I did not watch the 3D version of it, but I still found it to be a solid shark film. It does feel like Piranha with sharks, but it does star Sarah Paxton, and that's what sold me on it. And to finish up, let's talk about the most recent release, Hot Springs Shark Attack from 2024, but this is getting a wider release. Right now, we actually have a screener for it, and we are watching it today as I am filming this video. A Japanese hot spring town is terrorized by an ancient shark that enters the baths through the pipes. And this film is also known as Onsen Shark. They used puppets, miniatures, CGI, and animated sequences to explain the shark's bizarre abilities. Now, I have to give a huge shout out to Utopia Films because they sent over a screener for not only Hot Springs Shark Attack, but I believe Dangerous Animals. And fun fact, RLJE Entertainment was the first production company to ever send us a screener for our podcast, and it was the Reef Stalked back in 2022. So big fan of shark films here. And I really do have to thank the more indie production companies for always supporting smaller creators. Now, I highly recommend that you do your own Shark Week and watch all 5 of these films. I tried to pick really solid movies that are decent. Like, we don't often get a shark film that like doesn't feel like we're watching bad CGI gator, like, you know, the Charles Band Full Moon film where all the gators are changing size in every scene. Like, that's what some shark films feel like. They don't feel believable, and with the exception of Cruel Jaws, I think that all of these are, you know what, I can't speak for Hot Springs Shark Attack because I have not seen it yet. Would you guys like maybe a full review after this week? Let me know. We had my mother-in-law stay with us for the past weekend. I go back to work tomorrow. I've been on vacation. We are also taking part in our first year of doing markets and vending at markets, our small business, and it's just taken a lot. So I'm trying to keep my head on while doing the things I love, which is definitely talk about horror movies with you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, check out all of my links down below if you would like to see any more of me or support the channel any further. Like I said, I highly recommend you watch all 5 of these films, and I will see you in a few days with a review of Deep Blue Sea. So I'll see you then. Sayonara, Spooky fam.